So what will we be talking about today? We'll be talking about healthy and glowing skin, and that it starts from the inside. So we'll start off by looking at the main underlying causes of imperfect skin. So what are they? The first one is loss of elasticity. And what do I mean by that? So elastin is what keeps our skin tight and wrinkle-free. And as we age, we actually start losing collagen production. A good way to help with that is to eat a collagen-rich diet. Collagen-rich diet meaning pasture-raised poultry, grass-fed beef, or something like the bone broth that I showed you how to make last week. You could also supplement with a high quality collagen protein powder, which is what I have today and that we'll be using in our smoothie bowl recipe. Second thing is oxidative damage. So oxidative damage can lead to free radical damage, and that's associated with accelerated aging. Free radicals damages our skin in the same way than water would rust metal. So a good way to quench those free radicals is through a diet rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients. And the best way to do that is to eat a diet rich in colors, okay? So that's why I always say eat the rainbow, and I'm not talking about Skittles, I'm talking about all sorts of colored produce ranging from the reds, the purples, and the oranges, and the yellows, and all of that. Now the next one is inflammation, and we all know how inflammation is detrimental to our health, but it's also detrimental to our skin. It makes our skin more sensitive. And often, and I'm circling back to gut health, often that inflammation stems from our gut and from digestive issues. So having a diet that is healthy for our gut will also help our skin. The next one is glycation. So when we do not utilize or metabolize glucose properly, the glucose could actually bind to the collagen and elastin. And that ultimately leads to accelerated aging. So one of the good things to do is that you want to make sure that you don't eat a diet high in refined sugars or processed foods or refined flours. All right, because what you want to make sure is that you're balancing your sugars and you're not yo-yoing like this. The next one is hormone imbalances. So we all know that when our hormones are out of whack, it actually shows in our skin. So there's different steps to take in order to prevent these things. It's to watch your environment. So watch the chemicals you're exposed to, the chemicals you're putting into your body. And one of the good things you can do is if you go to EWG's website, they give you the Clean 15, the Dirty Dozen Clean 15 list, and it's a good way to know which produce you really need to buy organically and the other ones which you can actually go towards a regular conventional produce, and that's a good way to save some money. Then it's really important to enhance our digestion. You also want to be making sure that you have good detox. You want to make sure that you modulate your immune response. You want to make sure that you keep the inflammation low in your body, that you balance your blood sugars, that you get adequate amounts of sleep in order for your body to clean house during those hours. And the most important hours are between 10 and 2 in the morning. And then you also want to keep your hormones in check. Coming back to nutrition, what's really also important is to have a nutrient-dense diet. And what do I mean with that? Your diet should be comprised mostly plant-based with adequate amounts of protein, healthy fats, and fiber, and healthy carbs in there. Now, in terms of a diet, I also want to press the issue of the importance of drinking good quality water. So you can look at filtered water and make sure that you get an adequate intake of water per day. And a good way to do that is start off your day with 16 ounces of warm water with half a lemon in there. You can drink it through a straw if you're worried about your teeth enamel. And then what this will do is it will rehydrate your body properly. It will help eliminate the detox that you did throughout the night. It will help elimination, and it will also help your digestion. So now, last but not least, sorry, good thing I looked at my notes, it's important to manage your stress. We know how stress is very damaging on our health, and managing our stress is also a big one. So what I'd suggest is visit us at the clinic so you can get started. All right, let's get started with our recipe today. We're gonna be making a glowing beauty smoothie bowl. And I'm gonna start off with half a cup of coconut kefir that I'm gonna be putting in here. Now, if you don't have coconut kefir, that's fine. I just wanted to add a fermented fruit in here so we had rich probiotic source in order to feed our gut bacteria. You can use coconut yogurt instead, or if you don't have that, I'll have the recipe posted where you can actually simply do a regular smoothie with either coconut milk or a nut milk of your choice. And what I propose is in the coming weeks, I'll show you guys how to make nut milk from scratch. All right. The next step is I have moringa in here, which you don't necessarily need to use, but the reason I've put it in here is because it is extremely high in antioxidants. It is also rich in essential amino acids. All right. If you don't have moringa, that's fine. You can use a green powder. And if you don't have a green powder, that's also fine. You can simply use the spinach that we're going to put in here. Now we're gonna add our collagen protein powder in here. Great Lakes does a great one, and also this one is from Bulletproof. They're clean. There's a lot of really good quality ones now. So just ask at the health food store. You just want to make sure that your collagen, there's a lot of dust here. Your collagen is coming from a very clean source. All right, 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. So I'm putting this in for fiber, healthy fats, also to help with digestion and elimination. And then I'm going to add my fruits. So I'm talking about a full cup, so you can see that it's a heaping cup of, these are frozen strawberries, sorry, they're organic. What I usually do is when it's strawberry time season, I buy like cases of them, and then I just freeze them for use throughout the winter. And I do the same with wild blueberries. So here I'm adding a bit more wild blueberries in here. So obviously I've got a bit more than 1 cup in here. I'm gonna take a handful of organic spinach. If you don't have spinach, I recommend spinach when you're first starting off with making smoothies because it's the one that has the mildest taste. But if you had kale, you could put kale, arugula, you could put arugula in there. All right. So we are going to blend this, and I may need to adjust. So So often what you need to do is scrape the sides, which is what I'm going to do right now to make sure that everything is in here. So see, my smoothie bowl is pretty liquidy. So what you can do is, it's just a question of adjusting. And because I've put more fruits with higher water content, that's what happened. I'm just going to add more kefir in here. There we go. Blend that again. you go. Perfect. If you wanted to turn this into a smoothie, you could easily use some maple water, and that would also add a bit of a sweetness. Now, you see that I did not add any sugars to this, so I'm pouring. You can't see this, so let me pour it in front. Here you go. Because what I'd recommend is try to taste it first and see if the sweetness of the fruit is not enough for you. Because what you want to gradually start doing is train your taste buds to take in less sugar. But let's say it's not sweet enough, you can simply add some cinnamon. And if that's not enough for you, you can maybe add just a bit of either maple water, or you can add just a bit of honey in there. I'm gonna add vitamin D. So this is 2,000 I use in here. And then I'm gonna dress my smoothie bowl up. So I've got some pumpkin seeds in here, and you just put that in. I'm gonna put in some chia seeds for the crunchiness, but also healthy fats and fiber in here. And it looks pretty. And then I have unsweetened shaved coconut and shredded coconut. This one is shaved. You can put shredded. It really doesn't matter. This is what I could find. And if you want to be fancy, you can add a bit of bee pollen in there too. And here we go. Your glowing beauty smoothie bowl is ready to be eaten. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.